Hello, everyone. We follow the Pi Network project every day, yet we keep seeing the price of Picoin continuously dropping. This is despite the fact that the Pioneer community remains strong and isn't panic selling. The project itself is developing well. So why is Pi Network, a project aimed at changing the world, currently valued at just $0.8? Very few people truly understand what's happening. That's why today, pifromus with a broader perspective to help you uncover the truth and make better decisions regarding your assets. Think back to when Pi Network was still in the closed mainnet phase. Back then, Pi Network had its firewall up, quietly developing. No matter what happened outside, Pi Network remained unaffected. The only challenge we faced was a small group of impatient pioneers constantly demanding that the Pi Core team open the network. Many people probably wish they could go back to that time when they could still sell Picoin on the P2P market at much higher prices. At that time, pifromus reported that the OTC market price of Picoin was around $2. Yet some of you criticized and even angrily told us never to mention a price below $5 again. You were convinced that as soon as the Pi Core team opened the mainnet, the project would succeed, and you could sell your Picoins, mined for free, for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The truth is, back then you misunderstood the core issue, and that misunderstanding still exists today. This lack of understanding leads to worry, which then turns into frustration and loss of faith. When Picoin hit $3, you believed the project was about to go to the moon, feeling proud and happy. But now that the price has dropped to 0.88, you quickly flip and accuse the Pi Core team of dumping Picoins and crashing the market. Have you noticed how your emotions constantly shift with the Picoin price on the exchanges? When the price goes up, you praise the project. When it drops, you criticize it. This is exactly why the Pi Network project needed 6 years to build a solid foundation before opening the mainnet. Even after 6 years of development, it is still being heavily manipulated. Imagine if they had opened the mainnet earlier, Picoin might have dropped to $0 long ago. Now, with the mainnet open, Pi Network has officially entered a global financial battle against its competitors. And as pioneers, you need to understand who you are up against, who is attacking and exploiting Pi Network. First, the exchanges, market makers, and whales are actively manipulating the price of Picoin. They continuously spread FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt about Pi Network across social media platforms, primarily to shake the confidence of Picoin holders and pressure them to sell their coins cheaply on exchanges. And they have succeeded. 350 million Picoins have been transferred by users to exchanges for trading, accounting for 21% of the currently tradable Picoins. You need to remember that even if you don't sell your Picoins, simply transferring them to exchange wallets allows whales and exchanges to use your Picoins for short selling, suppressing the price from increasing. They can't do this if all pioneers simultaneously withdraw their Picoins back to their Pi wallets. However, the number of Picoins being moved to exchanges continues to grow by millions every day. If this rate reaches 50%, it would be a complete defeat for us, the pioneers. Second, other cryptocurrency communities and projects such as Sol, ETH, 8A, and BNB are also spreading FUD about Pi Network. Why? Because Pi is a competitor to these coins. If Pi Network succeeds, who would still want to buy those other cryptocurrencies? That's why these competitors contribute to suppressing Pi Network, continuously spreading negative information about the project. Their goal is to prevent their users from switching to Pi Network. Without new participants, the project could gradually weaken. Third, there are traders who are looking to profit from Pi Network due to its popularity. These traders borrow money from exchanges to short sell Pi coins. Of course, they hope Pi Network moves in the direction they anticipate so they can make money. However, exchanges don't want these traders to win. Picoin is merely a tool they use to take money from each other. They don't care whether Pi Network grows or succeeds. The fourth force in this battle is the genuine pioneers. These are the people who spend their own money to buy and hold Picoins when the price drops. The holders who are buying and holding Picoins are the ones protecting the project. Without this large group of holders, exchanges would lose interest in the project because no players mean no revenue for the exchanges. thank you to everyone who has trusted and invested in Picoin. Stay patient. We will be the winners in this battle. The PiCore team continues to remain silent about the price of Picoin. Do you know why? Because they simply cannot speak on it. pinetwork is a decentralized project. Its price is determined by the community. It is you who brought Picoins to the exchanges to sell. Moreover, the whales, exchanges, and traders are also part of this new community that has joined pinetwork. Whichever side wins, the price of Picoin will tilt in that direction. As of now, it's clear that the exchanges are winning. The price of Picoin is entirely in their hands. The development team is still working tirelessly to build and improve pinetwork. The price of Picoin will only be decided by the Pioneer community when the real-world demand for Pi surpasses the number of Picoins circulating on exchanges. But take a look at the current situation. The number of Picoins used on Pi domains is only 3 million, while the number of Picoins on exchanges is over 100 times that. How can the price of Picoin increase under such circumstances? Only when exchanges accumulate a large enough amount of Picoins will they pump the project again and continue the pump and dump cycle to make profits. Who will win this battle? Pifromus doesn't know yet. But one thing is certain. We will stay with the pinetwork project until the end. And we believe that the only way to win this battle is to integrate Picoin into everyday life. The best thing we can do right now is to promote the movement of donating and receiving donations in Picoin for other content creators. Imagine if all of us started donating in Picoin. Platforms like YouTube or X wouldn't be able to ignore it. They might even integrate pinetwork into their platforms if user demand for Picoin increases significantly. So, if you find our videos interesting and enjoyable, please consider donating 1 Picoin to Pifromus. Together, we can spread the culture of donating with Picoin to every social media platform and to all content creators. This is our way of fighting, and we believe that in the end, the pioneers will be the ones to claim victory. Good luck, pioneers. Your Pi, your choice.